Hi, this is Amy Lewis, Cisco Marketing, and we're here for a very special Platinum edition of Engineers Unplugged. I've got Dom Delfino and Trey Layton, and I'm going to hop off the set because you're not going to believe this episode. Dom, take it away.
Thanks, Amy. Trey, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. So Trey is the CTO of VCE, the Virtual Computing Environment Company, and a great partner of ours at Cisco. We've been working together for a couple of years now, Trey. Oh, I guess going on 3 years now.
3 years, 3-year anniversary.
3-year anniversary, 1,000 V-blocks sold. Congratulations.
600 plus customers and delivering a great customer experience.
Absolutely. So, actually, and the customers that we have on V-blocks just continue to consume more and more and more V-blocks. They see the value. They get it get it up and running very quickly with the help of your services team, and it's just, when can we get the next one?
Yeah, 45 days from order to delivery, 48 hours to production operation. 60% of the customers buy second or third or more systems.
Okay, so just a quick recap for the audience, Trey. A V-block, and we have multiple flavors of the V-block, and we're going to get into that specifically in this session here. But a V-block is, and I'm probably going to get yelled at by somebody for calling it a converged infrastructure or an integrated stack. I think that's the new one that marketing came up with this week, right? An integrated stack or something like that.
For different weeks.
But this is not just a reference architecture where you kind of get a design guide and you can kind of follow the design guide and implement some type of converged infrastructure. This is a fully integrated, tested, validated, certified system with all the components from Cisco UCS to Cisco Nexus switching components to either EMC, VMAX, or VNX, to the vSphere suite of software that is fully integration tested, quality tested, support matrix tested, and assembled physically, cabled, racked, and so on and so forth, and
logically built. I think that's the powerful thing about what we're doing for customers, and an incredible value proposition for partners to actually get engaged in the application builds for infrastructures. I mean, we go in, have logical and physical build cells in our factories that build these systems customized for the customer environment. Strong dialogue with the partners to understand what those requirements are. 45 days from the time it goes, from the order comes in to the time it's delivered to the customer premise. 48 hours, it's ready, it's operational, it's supporting the customer's business, and the experience wrapped around that the customers are just loving. Partners are able to increase their velocity of the number of systems that they can get out there. And it's quite, the complexity of assembling these technologies together is pretty powerful. So, oh, look at the camera. We have the marketing people behind us saying, "You're not looking at the camera."
And you see the swank provided us here.
So, got no biscotti is a Twitter handle that somebody needs to register and start harassing Amy. So I wanted to cover for you some of the things that we had announced actually in our launch, Unleash Simplicity launch, and let the folks here watching understand a little bit about the technologies that we released last week. So we updated V-block systems, expanded the portfolio to go into smaller form factor use cases, and actually brought in the B series or the C series rack server portfolio in from Cisco.
So this is, we've had the V-Block 300 and 700 for quite some time now. They've been wildly successful in the market, but we at Cisco in particular have been very excited about being able to take this down market to more of the masses, right? So we have V-Block 100 and 200 now, right? With all of the quality and integration of Vision IO and Cisco and EMC and VMware technologies, but at a smaller scale, so we can take it down market and we can bring it to the masses in the mid-market.
Yeah, you got it. So if you take the entire V-Block portfolio, you take the 300 and 700, they're based on Cisco UCS B series blade servers. The 200 and 100 are based on Cisco UCS C series rack servers. And between the 100 and 200, it kind of draw a line right down the middle of it. And the 100 is an IP-based only storage platform in that system. And the 200 is a unified storage platform supporting block and IP-based storage protocols. So really able to adapt to any use case that a customer has in their enterprise or service provider environment.
Right, but I think in terms of the quality, the integration, the testing, the certification, same level as the VBlock 700 all the way down to VBlock 720 now, all the way down to VBlock 100. So,
Absolutely.
And you know, Trey, it's interesting because as I talk to more and more customers, right, and part of our value proposition at Cisco as a company is bringing operational efficiency to these customers, right? Racking and stacking servers and, you know, installing BIOS and making sure you have the right rev of service packs on your OS and your hypervisor and your BIOS and your firmware is not operationally very efficient, right? You know, we want those IT resources focused on the business, right? So some of the gains that our customers have gotten from deploying UCS is instead of having 10 people managing BIOS and firmware and updates on servers, they're actually focused on responding to RFPs now for their business, right? And getting more customers onto their infrastructure as opposed to just managing their infrastructure. And it allows them to focus more on the applications, which we really know what the infrastructure is there for, is to put those applications up and running.
You got it. There are a tremendous amount of technologies that Cisco, EMC, and VMware are producing. One of the things that we're trying to do at VCE is enable customers to realize all of those technologies in a mission-critical operation, and all of the efficiencies that Cisco's producing in its portfolio of technologies are being realized in this mission-critical, fully tested role through the VCE experience, and our goals are the same: enable the customers to lower their total operational costs and spend more time focusing on the applications in the cloud as opposed to the infrastructure that supports the cloud.
Right, so, and I think the other thing that we've realized, Trey, in going through this is the data center is a system, right? It's not about the network, it's not about the compute, it's not about the storage, it's not about the hypervisor, it's about all of those working in conjunction with each other. So being able to bring those together in a fully integrated, tested, validated, certified fashion is a tremendous value to our customers. So Trey, I think two other topics we want to talk about. You've got some other unique things that were announced over the past couple of weeks here, and one of them is specialized V-blocks. Is that like you can get one in like pink or, you know, with hearts on the side of it, or, you know, is there like a Ferrari edition? No, I don't know.
So yes, pink is an option. Actually, we sell them in many different colors as long as you like black.
Okay.
So specialized systems are actually getting into the world of building VBlock systems around applications to take together the technologies that each of the investor companies have produced and assemble them in a form factor that's aligned directly to a particular application stack. And so we will build and release many specialized systems. The first one we've announced this is VBlock HANA, a specialized system with a partnership with SAP based on the Cisco EMC and VMware portfolio of technologies. You will see a minimum of 2 more specialized systems released this year. And then the final thing that we've released is actually an intellectual property developed by VCE, an actual software package that enables the VBlock to be discovered and intelligently inform management applications that customers are deploying in their data center environment. One of which we're very proud to partner with is Cloupia and the infrastructure management solution in that space.
Right, so and we call that Vision IO, right, or VIOS. It's
Vision Intelligent Operations software.
Okay, so it's like BIOS for VBlock. It's VIOS. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Did you consult with marketing, Trey?
I did not.
Got no biscotti needs to put her seal of approval on this.
The naming process is a difficult process in the technology industry. I will say that.
Excellent, excellent. So, Trey, and I think, you know, that's great, and you know, along that kind of theme, right, we acquired Cloupia back in December, and Cloupia is a systems level manager, right? Again, it's focused on converged infrastructure or integrated stacks, whatever the term we're using today is. So we're really looking forward to getting these, the new V-blocks out and running, the 100 to 200 to 320 to 720, with Vision IO on top of that, and again with Cloupia as well for our customer base. So, got no biscotti, welcome back.
I'm never inviting executives onto Engineers Unplugged again. They've taken over the entire video.
I bet you got bacon. Huh?
That's a great handle.
So we usually challenge people to draw a unicorn at this point, but I'm afraid of what would happen. So I wonder if you guys just wanted to tell me, what is your unicorn? As in, what do you see coming in the industry? What are you most excited about?
You know, Amy, I think certainly the specialized V-blocks, we talked about SAP HANA a little bit, the trend of data deluge and big data and then analyzing that data for business purposes, is moving into new areas, right? So one of those areas that's interesting is the network itself, right? So if you're a service provider and you monetize that infrastructure, the network is your business, right? How do you get feedback in real time from your network in order to make decisions that provide a higher level quality or higher level service for your customers? So I think this whole big data thing is really going to go new places, particularly you look at mobile and BYOD and what's going on there with social media. I think we're going to continue to see this ramp at an exponential pace over the next 3 years. And obviously the infrastructure demands that puts on our customer systems is tremendous. So we're here to make sure that we can fulfill those demands.
Excellent. How about you, Trey? What are you seeing?
Well, so from what we see is software-defined everything, and specifically the innovations that Cisco's bringing to market in the software-defined networking space, all of the technologies and benefits there of triangulating security policy, virtual networking service, load balancing policies, all being able to experience that and correlate that tied to the application are powerful things that we'll be able to do in the future in the technologies that are being innovated at Cisco and being realized by VCE customers of vBlock systems. It's an exciting time for us in the industry.
That is excellent. So there you go. Some unicorn predictions. Great thing. So thanks, Dom. Thanks, Trey. Great episode. So if you've got biscotti, please send them to me because I'm going to need them here at Got No Biscotti. So tune in next week for another edition of Engineers Unplugged.